Okay, today I'm talking about something so utterly benign, you might as well just leave now because you're not gonna learn anything, you're not gonna grow, and this video won't substantially change your life in any direction, I promise. I'm done pushing the needle. I'm done talking about the Democrats. I'm done talking about how your kids can't read, and today I'm talking about the eternal question. Are you a cat person or a dog person? Ooh. All right. So we've all heard this question before. We've all been asked at some point in our lives, it's inevitable. Are you a cat person or are you a dog person? Are you a stupid person? Excuse me, the person asking me this question. Are you a stupid person or a dumb person? Or just an idiot, okay? You know what? If you want to make conversation with me so fucking bad, just ask me what's up. Ask me how you doing. Ask me if I have any hobbies. Are you a cat person or a dog person? What? You're gonna make me choose between two of the most adorable friends humanity has? What? I have to prefer one or the other? This is ludicrous! This is a bad question, and it should never be asked again. Okay? Because, what does this mean? Are you a cat person or a dog person? I grew up living with both cats and dogs, and I love them equally. And you can't tell me that's invalid, but that's what happens every time. Every time you get deeper into this conversation, you say, oh, you know what? I really don't want to pick between cats and dogs because I both think their individual characteristics add up to something adorable that I don't really feel like saying I like one more than the other because they're very different things. And it's very hard to compare. You know, I could tell you between two dogs which one I like more. I can tell you between two cats which one I like more. What I can't tell you is on whole the entire concept of a cat versus a dog. I don't know which one is better. It kind of depends, doesn't it? Sometimes I want to be corralled by a crazy, panting dog that's like, hello, hi, best friend. While other times I want to just chill out with a cute little kitty on my lap, all right? I like them both, but every time you try to say like, oh, I really don't have a preference because this is a small scale question that no one should even give a fuck about, there's always some schmuck in the conversation determined to say, oh, you can't choose both. You have to pick a side. What if I'm an elephant person, huh? What if I don't like cats or dogs, huh? Huh? What then? What then, huh? And at that point, you just revealed that someone that you're trying to just get to know a little bit better doesn't even like any animals at all. And now what? You're just done talking to them forever? Because they're a terrible person? What now? See what you did? See what you did? Because that's the thing is like, there are some people that I talk to who have an iguana. They don't have a cat or a dog. They have an iguana. And I'm going to make you choose between a cat and a dog? Huh? And you know what? That's the other thing. There are very different cats and dogs out there. Some dogs are smaller than cats and like whatever, right? And then some cats are like leopards or whatnot. So it's kind of hard for me to even tell you what this question means, okay? Because there's just so much variety with either animal, all right? You know what? I like a well-trained dog, huh? And I'd prefer a well-trained dog over like a crazy cat that wants to kill me. Okay? Because what happens? What happens when you're asked the question at the end of your life, whether you're a cat person or a dog person, and then they stuff you in a room with a feral dog? Okay? Well, meanwhile, if you had said cat, it would be a nice, plump, cuddly cat that doesn't kill you, okay? But the dog will, right? Because I'll tell you what, I'd much rather hang out with a plump, fluffy, cuddly cat than I would a feral dog that's trying to kill me, that's for sure. That's for sure. I would rather do that, but that's the thing, right? What if I said that I'm a cat person, and then they stick me in a room with, like, a little demon beast that's, like, darting around and, like, slashing at my Achilles tendon, huh? Okay, I'll tell you what. The dog, meanwhile, is like a pug that just, like, wants pets and, like, jumps up and down a lot, right? I'd rather hang out with the pug in that situation. I'm saying this is a dumb question. This is a false dichotomy, and you don't need to play into it. If you find someone is giving you a hard time saying you can't pick both, say, fuck you, buddy. Fuck you for making me deny either of these sweet, adorable critters, okay? Because that's the real thing at the end of the day, right? Some guy just wants to come over and put himself in a position of power where he gets to decide whether your answer to the cat or dog question is acceptable, all right? And that's the other thing. You know, this is, by and large, a bunch of people who ask this question aren't going to get this intense about it, but every now and then you run into someone who's like, oh man, no, cats alone. I can only do cats. You're crazy for liking dogs. What makes me crazy for liking dogs, huh? Or alternatively, you'll say some guy go, oh, I hate cats. Well, you're a bad person. Okay? I'm done. I'm done with this question. Anybody who genuinely likes cats better or dogs better, I don't think they're a good person. It means you don't like one of the two most adorable little critters that we have on this planet that hang out with us and call us friends. Okay? I'm done with it. I'm over it. If you don't say both, if you're not a both kind of person, you're a bad person. I don't want you. I don't want to hear about you. Okay? And I don't need your opinion. Thank you. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Okay? My goodness. I'm parched. All right. How much? Oh, man. Oh, man. I got 3 minutes left of this video. But I kind of made all my points. I kind of made my point about the whole cat and dog thing. So, what's a guy to do now? This is really awkward, everybody. Oh, well. I guess we'll just keep on keeping on about the whole cat and dog thing. I don't even know where this came from as a topic, to be honest. I just kind of, you know what? It's one of those things I've had in my mind a long time. I honestly feel very similar about the pancakes or waffle question. You know, that's one of those things. Pie or cake is one of those things you'll get asked about a lot. I feel like pie and cake. Pie or cake is like one of the most viable versions of this kind of like either or question. You know, because I think that there is actually, like, enough to separate pies from cakes, but they're also, like, similar enough as, like, a dessert, right? One of my biggest problems, really, with the cat or dog question is, like, one, it's such a limited scale of, like, the sort of question that you're asking, where it's, like, I think that inherently, like, if you ask someone if they're a cake person or a pie person, like, that, I think, arguably creates, like, a better dichotomy than, like, a cat or a dog question. And the other thing that I think about the cat and the dog question is, like, pets are so variable, right? Like, there are some people who have rats. There are some people who have, you know, geckos or lizards. There are some people who have snakes. You know what I mean? Some people have ferrets. What the hell is up with that? You know? And the other thing about it, too, is like, if you're observant, you don't need to ask this question. You know what I mean? Like, I've met some people who are clearly cat people. You know what I don't ask them? Whether they're a cat person or a dog person. I feel like that this is also just like one of those things. You should just learn about somebody. You should observe them and, like, pick it up and just kind of factor it in. Like, oh, you know, the so-and-so has 4 cats. Would you go up to that person after learning they had 4 cats and ask, are you a cat person or a dog person? And ultimately, I think for an icebreaker, this question is a piece of shit. There are just, like, so many more interesting questions. Or even if you are going to go with this question, it's like, I don't know, if you're interested in someone's, like, taste for animals, like, ask them their favorite animal. Ask them if they have any pets, right? Are you a cat person or a dog person? I don't know. People who just ask that question come off stupid to me. I just think that that's a very basic question. I think it's a very dumb question. I think the person asking this question doesn't even realize what kind of position they're putting me in. And, you know, especially if somebody, like I said earlier, is very pushy about, like, oh, you can't do both or you can't do neither. It's like, if someone's really pushy about that, then it's like, you're a freak who just wants to feel like they have any control over a conversation because, like, I'm allowed to like both. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Consider subscribing. I don't know. You know, I work hard every day to make these videos for you people. And if you watch them, you owe me. You owe me.